The Pat McGann Show is presented to you by Tiege Hanley, uncomplicated skincare for men.
All right, here we go. Episode 8 of the Pat McGann Show.
All right, here we go. Sometimes things just come together, right? And this, Jeff, we've had an online relationship.
Oh, totally.
This started with a DM.
Dude, there was not even a slide, dude. That was like a Pete Rose first, face first slide into home plate when I just really gently tugged at your DM and said, "What's up, man? Big fan."
No, come on. No, I was reaching out to you.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe you have. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember.
So excited. Jeff Mauro is joining us, the Sandwich King from Chicago.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Dude, thank you for jumping on board here.
Well,
I know
thank
you're
you.
a busy man.
We were already chopping it up for a little bit. I thought
Yeah.
we're nice and warm for everybody
Yeah, yeah.
watching
Oh, I got
or
that.
listening.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had so many great impressions. You got
That's
the,
really it. I got one. I think it's Just Dice. So
Yeah.
and of course what we talked about earlier, Dana Carvey doing George Bush, which
How's that go?
it's not great, dude.
You never did a church
doing
lady? You never
great.
learned church lady? You never
I
learned
did a little of that as a kid. I was raised on SNL in those like kind of formative years in the Dana Carvey, Mike Myers, Chris Farley years, and so those are they've imprinted on me so much. The fact that I be brought into a room as a young man, and my dad always had me do things like I was his little pony, who would just try. He'd bring me in a room with strange Italian gentlemen, and I'd have to make them laugh.
Yeah.
Not strange in a way, like Uncle
Yeah, okay.
Tony strange.
Yeah,
he's not basement strange,
Yeah,
you know?
right.
You know what I mean? Like, come upstairs, I need help.
You knew whose basement it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
You have that gear though. You got like the entertainment,
Yeah.
the food thing, obviously, but the fact that you are just comfortable and you use a lot of comedy in your
I did stand up for years when I graduated college, and I opened a deli with my cousin, year 2000. And that same week we opened the deli, I got cast in Tony and Tina's Wedding.
Oh,
But I was always an improviser. I did Second City from third grade throughout high school. I did every type of performing art you could do, always comedy based, which I loved. So when I got cast in Tony and Tina's Wedding, we really work out that muscle. I mean, it's like a big, huge wedding, and you're doing table work all night.
What was your role?
I was a waiter, and then I was a groomsman, and then I was the best man. Then I was the MC of it all, like the host of the reception hall, and then I was Tony. But the director, that was 4 years.
Yeah.
So I don't even know, man. We did 6 or 7 shows a week for 4 years. I don't know. Do the math.
Yeah.
Like, and you
Holy
can't
cow. Yeah,
call in sick. You can't do nothing. It was run by a couple greaseballs too. I love them, the Tomasca brothers, and Joey Tomasca was our director.
I know Tony.
You know Tony?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
right.
You
Movie
performed
producer?
in his basement.
That's Uncle Tony to you, son. Don't disrespect him. But I mean, this was not the theater. You know what I mean? This was like I'd have chairs thrown at me. I'd have to run laps, right? And I'm glad he said this, and I still have a good relationship with Joey. And he's like, you lose 20 pounds, you could become Tony. So I'd run laps up and down the chapel like that.
Man,
Make me run.
that show got you in shape.
It actually did. And I lost 30 pounds, and that was the first time I was.
This is like Christian
And it
Bale in The
lasted.
Fighter.
It was, it's like The Machinist.
Right.
So yeah, and then during kind of that time, I got into stand up, and then I left the show, and then I did stand up here. Open mics and some featured stuff with. I don't know if you remember Dave Odd.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I did
man.
a ton of his
Are
stuff.
you kidding me? The
Yeah,
first
man.
show I ever did, first mic I ever did was
Yeah.
Dave Odd at Chicago Performing Arts Center.
Yeah,
Man.
That was owned by the Tomascas.
Oh, yeah.
The Chicago Performing Arts for a little
On
bit. I
Green?
think they sold it to like a church. I don't know how that went down.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it didn't burn up, but
I was going to say that, but then I said, I better not say that. Yeah.
So yeah,
Good news, our church mysteriously burned down.
So it was I did anything I could to get on any stage, and for me the stand up thing was grueling. It always was. As many good nights as I had, of course you bomb, and I just
What were you talking about? Like, what was
everything, being a fat kid, being Italian stuff, nothing was too cerebral or even that quality, I think, whereas when I do improv,
Nothing's too cerebral, man. You should get back into it. And right, the way things are going now.
Yeah, I just got to grunt and drool, and
Yeah.
I mean, Dice is too cerebral, I think, right now for today's comedy climate.
He'd be
But
what you call now highbrow.
yeah, exactly. He's fucking brilliant. Still brilliant to this day. So yeah, man, I kind of hung it up and then I moved to LA and I did it for a little bit out there. But then I liked improv better. I liked sketch, and I did I wrote a sketch comedy show with a bunch of Chicago expats that lived in LA that were all in Tony and Tina's with.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
and we did a couple weekends at a small theater in Hollywood. We were called The Beef Stand, and it was all sketch, all produced. And I did Groundlings all 4 years, but
Man, you did a lot.
But then I went to culinary school my third year living in LA, so I worked full time, and then
What was pulling you towards that? You just always
I always worked
food?
in food, so I had a deli from the time I was 14. I got a job at a butcher shop down the street. I worked Taste Chicago every summer, slinging beefs for Tuscany. I was always making money. Food,
Sounds like
always
you grew
performing.
up in like the 1950s.
Dude, I sweat
like a
fat.
busiest kid ever. the butcher shop, I had paper route. I was.
It's not too far from the Jew. I'm plenty lazy, man. But like, I guess when you talk about
I had
it all
an
at
ice
once-
truck.
I did, exactly. I used to run numbers for Sonny.
I was a soda jerk at the Woolworth.
Craziest thing, I was born in 1955, and then I regressed to 1935.
I mean, this is a childhood, man.
Yeah,
this
it
is
was.
like
No, it was great, man. So when I got back to food, I moved to LA first to literally produce with my cousin Joe a cooking show. He's like, dude, we can do something. We can shoot it, edit it. I know some people. He's a screenwriter and director, still is successful in this. We're very close. And he was like, this was pre-iPhone, pre-YouTube, pre any of that stuff. So this was like, you got to get a digital camera, 2 of them. Nobody had mics, and you edit it on a Mac, a Mac. Mm-hmm. So we did all that. Shopped it around for years and years and years and got close. Shot a couple pilots. It's called Chef Jeff and Ali. You can look at it. You can find it on YouTube. It's primitive.
Chef Jeff and Ali.
So my guy Ali was this kind of gonzo Indian guy who's like from St. Louis, who's like a great griller, great barbecuer, and food writer in LA for
Wait a
the LA
minute,
Black
Indian
Book
guy
at the time.
from St. Louis? You
Yeah,
mean
there you
that
go.
cliche?
Dime a dozen, especially in the dawn of YouTube.
Yeah.
So we didn't even put it on YouTube. We had a DVD and we shopped it around and got close, failed, got close, failed. So one day I was like, I'm gonna go to culinary school.
Okay.
Told my wife that at the time. She's still my wife, but at the time I told my wife, and she was all about it. And I took the last year and I immersed myself in the culinary arts while working.
So you have to
full-time.
apply for culinary school. Is it tough?
You
to
got
get-
it. No, I mean this one I went to was like a shorter program than most. I didn't need an undergrad degree. I just needed the fundamentals, the French training, so I can have the paper, so I can further. I knew I was never going to be the funniest comic. I knew I wasn't going to be the best chef, but I could probably be the funniest chef, at least on television. Because I've been working both muscles simultaneously, essentially, my whole life.
At that point, who was the funniest chef in the biz? You think?
Elton Brown, maybe, because he had kind of a campy sketch based program. Good Eats on.
Would
Food
you consider
Network
the
forever.
Swedish chef at all?
Well, that's probably number 2.
Do you have an impression of the Swedish?
Purdy, Herbin, right? Is that right? Am I getting it down? It's
Hey, but you're just right to me because I don't know who you're talking
Jack
about.
be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack per toffees, fucking dick.
Talk about the
Dice.
Muppets, Dwayne. The Muppets.
Yeah, okay.
What?
He's about to hit me with the mic. Yeah, so I did all that, and next thing you know, I'm not going to tell the whole story. I feel like I tell it all the time. Not that you guys know it or you listen.
Tell it,
but,
man.
Dude,
But
I will fast forward. I want to fast forward to becoming the Sandwich
Okay.
King and winning this reality show. I don't even know if Dwayne's aware of this.
No.
Yeah.
The footage I saw of this is one of the, and you got to get online and check this out. So I'll just take a little bit of, you catch us up here.
Please.
But you're on the Food Network reality show. They're looking for a new star.
Yeah.
They're going to hand over a show. They're going to put their resources behind this new Food Network star.
Yep.
And he's in the competition.
So I tried out for this show 4 years in a row while I was in LA. Then I moved home, and I tried out the subsequent 3 years. And I finally made it. It was called Food Network Star. It was a big hit for them for 14 seasons. It's where Guy Fieri got his start, season 4.
Is that right? He's,
Wow.
No,
no
I'm sorry, season 2. And Yes.
You know him?
Obviously.
Do you know Guy Fieri?
Yes.
Good guy?
I know dude, it's like, there's like 30 of us, not even. You know what I mean? We're all very close. We all take care of each other. It's a good little family.
Like you call him on his cell.
Dude, all the time. Yeah. I mean, just when I saw something that reminded me of him.
And he's like that off camera?
Yeah, same with Bobby, same with everybody, yeah. I mean, there's, it's funny. Like, I'm caught in the middle, right? Like, you got the two factions. You got the two families. You got the West Coast family, which is run by Guy. And you got the East Coast, the New York the New York Syndicate run by Bobby Flay. And I'm just like...
And you're the guy.
Like Chicago,
you're
Kansas
the Chicago
City,
guy.
Cleveland,
right.
the outfit back in the day.
Right.
So, and I just stick to my zone, and I kind of own my territory. But if I need, if I got to call a hit, I can call a hit from both coasts. So I can have anybody killed in this country like that. By killed, I mean, maybe make a competition reality show. So I did the show, audition, left my family. My son was like 1.5 at the time. My wife's a nurse, no income. I was cooking. I was a private chef for guaranteed rate at the time, right? I was singing in a big jazz band at nights at Green Dolphin Street called the Pinups.
What?
Yeah. So
Come
I like
on, man. How many things
stuff.
do you do? I'll be right back.
Come on, Dwayne. This is the tip. So I was right, performing, cooking, doing all that stuff. I left my family for like 2 months, over 2 months.
You got a great family.
No, she's unbelievable. Listen, she gave it to me though. This was not free, right? This was a very big decision for us. It wasn't just like willy nilly. And when I left, they take away your phone, no books, no music, no movies, nothing, right? So you have no contact home. You're sequestered in this bubble of production, and you're doing a 13-episode run. It takes 7-8 weeks to produce. All you're doing is waiting or competing or interviewing in a small room, a quarter of the size of this, talking about what you just did during the competition or how you're feeling.
And hopefully hopefully you'll cry.
Dude, that's
right?
This is fun. That's why they treat you so badly. And this is the heyday of reality shows, right? People are like, how'd you get your start? I'm like, the old-fashioned way, by winning a reality show. You know what I mean? Which is archaic to say right now, because we didn't win money. We won our own show. I was at a really good time where it was still a viable trajectory, I guess, for somebody who was looking to do what I do, right?
Yeah,
So I tried it
like back in the
way.
day for comedians. It used to be getting on Johnny Carson would mean you'd get a TV show.
Right.
Amen. Right. Just doing a late night show for you guys would be the break.
Yes.
Right. This was my break, as odd as it is, or unconventional. So you get in this competition, and the weeks pass, and you just get homesick, and you're like you don't have any distractions. You're just in your own thoughts. And you're sleeping on these shitty bunk beds.
Weekly eliminations?
Weekly eliminations. You sit up there twice during the episode run, which could be 3-4 days, and you're just waiting to be like canned, essentially. You sit up there, you see everybody, and they're always like, you don't know where to, and those moments could be 4 hours long of waiting to be chopped. So I was strung the hell out, and you call home. You get a call home every 7 to 10 days that was videotaped. Okay? And you couldn't divulge anything because the NDA. It was severe, right? Because they don't want anything leaking at home, obvious reasons. So I call my wife, and it's like, February in Chicago, and it's like blizzard. And she's like, her mom broke her elbow.
Oh, geez.
Doing the fucking. I'm like, why is your mom shoveling? She's like, well, I hit the
'Cause you're
baby.
not
And
home,
like,
Jeff.
And this is what I got. So I'd call, and she's like, let me guess, you can't tell me how you're doing on your reality show.
Oh, boy.
Oh, dude. So this was my 10-minute videotape, which they used nothing on air, because it was all like me getting my balls cracked from my wife. Deservedly. I left her. So I wasn't going to, seriously. I'm like, hey, babe, how you doing? She's like,
Is there a camera on her?
How's Giada? Right. No, thank God, dude.
How's Giada?
She's like, not even breastfeeding, but you know what I mean? Like, the baby was like probably.
Mother next to in a sling.
Just like, the moms are holding the kids by the neck and it's just dangling. The mom's falling all over the place outside in the driveway, shoveling. My driveway as a man. And I'm here like trying to achieve my dreams. So stupid, right? Like on a reality show. So I was like, damned if I was going to lose, I was like, I am not going to squander this opportunity. Took too damn long. This was 2011. And, I guess I started my career. Tony and Tina's was 2000. So I was like, dude, this is my break. I can't blow this. So I knew if I got too homesick, I would break down and I'd cry. And that's what they tried to do, man.
Yeah.
We'd have cold showers. They'd make us like look at the wall when like the judges would. I swear.
Who were
to
the
God,
judges?
Bobby Flay, Giada De Laurentiis, and Sam Tushman and Susie Fogelson were like the heads of programming in the network. So you had the two talent. And we'd be all lined up, and it's a bunch of, they're great people, everybody I was on the show with, but they're people who were reality show you know what I mean? They're yahoos. Everybody's got a very heightened personality, to say the least. You're like surrounded, like inundated with these people. If you've ever done, I'm sure everybody's done TV or film in a way, it's like 90% of the time you're just fucking waiting around, right? Like waiting for whatever you have to do. You're sitting there, and it's like everybody's got like plates of food, and it's like I swear to God. But we were at a location. It was like a horse farm in Malibu doing a thing, and we get there, and it was like, oh no, the judges just got out of their cars, and they're going towards and we couldn't. Not that there was a surprise. They were, and I don't know if you're gonna catch this, but I have to stand up to do this. There was like 10 of us. We had to face the wall like this as the judges passed by us.
Wow.
Dude, hand to God.
Just standing
there, like face the wall.
Blair Witch in the corner.
I'm like, we've been staring at these people for 6 weeks.
Who was running the show? The CIA?
Dude, I don't know, man. This is like Abu Ghraib. What is it? With the hood on and
That's how you
everything.
say
On a
it.
box.
Yeah,
I was
man.
on a crate.
Yeah.
Like this. It was terrible.
Yeah, those are classic psychological tactics to break prisoners down, and you know.
Now I'm fairly confident by the end of the whole, which I eventually won, right? Obviously, not.
This is the moment I wanted to point
Okay.
out too, because you mentioned the NDAs. No one knows.
Nobody
So now
do-
they're airing it live, and you have like a parking lot full of supporters.
That was so far
You have so-
after the fact. So I got home. I was top 2. It was me and this girl Susie. We're top 2. Came home, dude. I'm telling you, it was the best moment of my life. You know, I get out of a Lincoln Navigator, outside my little house in Elmwood Park, and my son runs out. First of all, you can't tell a 1.5-year-old that, like, where did Daddy go?
Right.
Was your mother-in-law there?
She was falling all over the place.
I thought you were about to say
just no elbows by this time.
I thought you were about to say your son ran out, didn't recognize you, called you another name.
Hand to God, a lot of his hair fell out when I was gone.
From stress?
I think so, dude, because you can't articulate to a little person that,
Right.
that Daddy went and did a
Forget
reality
about
show
his hair
competition.
falling out. You won, dude.
Wait, hold on. No, I didn't want it this point. So I went back to guaranteed rate,
Oh.
and I'm like, nobody knew. And I'm serving 200-300 people a day in their corporate headquarters. I have a big open cafe, so I'm prepping, slicing meat, making everything ahead of time, right? While people are walking and using the vending machine. So I'm interacting with these 200 to 300 people every day, and then they all come through my line. So first of all, they're like, where did you go? Where have you been? right? The owner knew, and my manager, okay, that I was going to film something. It might be advantageous for them.
Okay.
To keep my job,
Right.
even though I didn't.
Everybody
they didn't
else
pay me.
just thought you were in rehab.
Yeah, or jail.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, man, we thought you were in the joint. I was like, am I that? Like, do I give off that vibe? I mean, rehab, maybe. Yeah, right? I am high energy.
We thought you were in rehab, then jail.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah, that's what I should have done. You know what I told people? My cover story. I go, this is in retrospect not the wisest thing. I was learning to cure Italian salumi and Italian meats with Mario Batali in New York.
Oh, really?
Which is like came off the dome. All that improv training paid off finally. I'm like, this is my big cover story. You're like, okay. And so, and then weeks progress and everybody's like, what? Seriously, where were you at? And then they're like, where are the meats? Like, where are all these meats you cured with Mario? But like, where's the salami? Where's the artisanal salami? Sopressata, So I'm sitting there and like, people bust my balls or the owner comes in, doesn't like the club sandwich I make. And I'm on the slicer. I'm like, fucking hell, I cannot wait.
You were like Batman.
Yeah, I was like, I had all this power bubble.
Right.
So I went back a couple weeks in and we filmed the finale. I think it was like 4 weeks later. And I won.
Man.
Right? Went with my wife.
Congratulations,
my son.
man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
That was
Yeah.
shifted everything.
Yeah, everything, dude. It was overnight but by the time the press release came out for the show, who the cast was, I not only knew I won, but I also filmed my first season of Sandwich King. So I had to stay at work, shut my mouth that whole time. It was months before the show even aired then. Mm-hmm. So then I had to stay at work for contractually. I couldn't like change my lifestyle because it would indicate I'd break the NDA.
Right.
So I sat there slicing meat, making salads and soups and stuff, all knowing that like I had this whole career like just ready to unleash. And I just needed that finale, which we did at the Taylor Street Fest 2011. We simulcasted. I had like Ron Onesti, big shout out. He runs that fest there, and he like sent a bus for my whole family, like a bus. I have so much family, it's out of control. So everybody wanted to be on the bus, and then he had a big tent behind the stage and kegs of Peroni and food out. And I went up on stage and we watched everybody, there's like probably 1,000 people that were watching the live.
Jeff's back from college.
Yeah, I got it, broke my cherry. Right? Dude, and that was it. And I woke up, I was on a plane the next day to New York and doing a tour and did Good Morning America. And I haven't stopped since. So I've never.
And now you're on.
Yeah.
You're at the T. Shanley Studios.
Right, dude. I'm at the
Pat McGann Show.
With Pat McGann and a dude you never heard of.
I like him, though. Me and Dwayne like each other. I think at first when I walked in, Dwayne's like, who's this fucking guy?
Hey,
We're
man,
gonna get
That's all right. I warm him up.
We were saying that about each other.
He was wiping his face off. I was like, he's hot. He was cooling down now. Because this room, I walked in here first.
Yeah,
we're okay now, though. We got the fan going
man.
now.
Yeah, now you know where you're at. I'm telling you, like, and I love that you're like, dude, I love skincare. I could talk about skincare all day.
I'm very serious about skincare and hydration. And I had terrible acne as a kid. And
Dude,
up into my
same.
20s. So I went on
Really?
Accutane. And ever since I went on that, I was in Joni and Tina's wedding. And there's pictures of me. It's like, just, I look like, cup and char pepperoni all over my face, like Detroit style.
Yeah,
With the cup and char, that's a food. That's a deep dive into food. It's a B-side for
Okay.
a food humor. You got to be in the game. But like, and it was just like, so I went on Accutane and it was like, raced it out. And from then, if you know anything about Accutane, it like decimates your skin for some time. And then gets pretty much every blemish you'd have for the rest of your life.
Burn off a layer or something?
You get the worst pimples imaginable for a limited time, for a couple months, and then it's dryness, and then it's like cracked and bleeding.
Oh, geez.
But then you're like alabaster after that. And it's just like smooth, and as long as you take care of it and everything. So, yeah,
And it
that
only
was
takes like
important.
10, 15 years off your life.
right.
That's it.
That's it.
Right.
And then you're good to go.
Chemicals seep into your bloodstream. Yeah.
No, I had
But
it bad
I'll
too,
look
man.
15 years younger, though. That's the trade-off. You want to, nobody looks good the last 15 years of your life.
Person at your funeral.
Exactly.
He looks so young.
Dude, I want to be in that casket. People be like, God damn it, he's fucking hot. Like,
Open
nobody's ever
face.
saying that. Like, wow. Right?
Right. If he wasn't dead, woo.
Open face sandwich king.
Oh, there it'd be. That's a good
All right,
idea.
so
Open
we're
face
gonna
casket.
hook you up with some skincare too. We got some great stuff. I don't know if you're familiar with the. Do you have a skincare routine?
Yes, I'm very. Yes, I have a. So I moisturize. I vitamin C during the day. At night.
You look well tended to.
Thank you very much. That's not the TV. It's not hair and makeup doing that for me. I came in raw dog today.
Yeah,
I'm
this
a
is
blank slate for all yous. And then at night I do a prescription like retinoid, like Trentanoin, kind of retinol prescription deal from Hims. And then, unless you guys have it, I don't want to
Oh yeah, we'll
talk
set
about the
you up. We got a
competition.
retinol stick.
But I need, and that kind of that sets everything in, and then moisturize, and drink a lot of water.
Yeah, water, man.
Dude, that's key.
With clean
Good for you.
ice.
Clean ice. I was busting their stones here too because I was just looking at the one lonely ice cube in each of our mugs of water here, and there's a little bit of cloud in there. I'm anal about ice.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have. Like don't invite me to your home. When everybody's around the kitchen island, right? They're like, I got this. I got some Pappy. I got some Weller 15 or whatever, and they go into the drawer and they put the bourbon, and then he opens the bottom part of the freezer and makes that noise like clink, 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 and he's in there and he's like,
boy.
he's like just skill craning the fucking his hand, which you just had a smoke outside, like you're like.
How many times have you been in a situation where something like that, but you almost had to drink it because if you didn't, like you'd blow a deal or you would insult somebody?
Oh, it's like you just got to their house and then you're gonna insult them immediately. It's rude though.
Yeah,
it is
man.
rude to touch my ice.
That, and I'm gonna tell you something. It didn't dawn on me for a long time. And one day in a bar, just the communal bowl where everybody's digging.
Oh, like the corn nuts?
Yeah, whatever it is.
Now it's corn nuts because
no. Oh, did you go to somebody's crib and they got the bowl of chips? I'm not eating that.
I'm an ant. Like, as someone who is probably have like at least 38 dip recipes on FoodNetwork.com.
Mm-hmm.
I will not make it. I will not.
You're not.
I will not eat a
communal
dip. Like I'll eat my own dip. Maybe if it's like small group, like my wife and I'll have some hummus.
Yeah.
But if I go to your party and I see, they just rip the top off the French's, and next thing you know, you see like the knuckle scrapes, like the knuckle ridges.
No.
And then you're like, oh, hold on. And then they're doing a little rib licking, and then boom, right back in. I didn't say the double dip. Nobody's double dip it. Like,
I don't have that.
You don't have.
I mean, I kind of maybe, but you could probably drop me at any block party.
You're in there.
I will go up to that spinach dip.
6 after the DJ ends, and they remove the bouncy house, and
How
he's
long
like
does it
back
spin
in.
out?
right. As you wait, and you're the 38th person in line to get it.
Like, just decimated, like scraping the bowl.
Right. My turn.
Someone's there. I'm like, after you. Go right ahead.
God.
I need first swipes. I call first swipes.
Does this dip have extra tuberculosis? I hope so. Oh my
It is
God.
just
I mean,
like
if I
bubbling.
overthink it, I could get there too.
Yeah, overthinking it. I was working a gig, a TV show, whatever, but I was used to come in, I used to bring like bags of like peanuts and stuff, or M&Ms, whatever. But I'd tell people, if you want some, just pour them out into your hand.
Oh, yeah.
One day I'm in the writer's room, this cat cough, goes to the bag, just dips his whole hand.
Animal.
Congratulations, it's all yours. This bag is yours now.
It's like sticking to his hand. He's like this. He's like
Yes,
this.
back into the bag.
Sticking. It's like Dippin' Dots.
Oh, man.
Oh God,
Man, now you have passed your phobias on to me.
Listen, man, it's a cruel world out there. You got to stay on
man.
top.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you work in food so long. You do. There's certain signs. Even when I walk in a restaurant, I'm like, oh, red flag. You know.
What are some things that a civilian should look for in a restaurant? To you know what I mean?
I always look at the hood. The first thing I do if it's an open kitchen, and you look at the exhaust hood, right? And if you see the grates in there, the filters, if there's like if it's not stainless steel sparkly, they're not attending to that. Then you get a lot of drip down, and sometimes it collects in the corners, the grease. I mean, there's these, these little pans that they put in the corners, and then I should follow that line and see if there's like a grease line. But it's a very hard thing, an expensive thing to attend to. So that's usually like, if that's not tip top, that means there's a lot of stuff not tip top there.
Oh,
You know
Probably
what?
even like mop smell too kind of throws me off. My wife and I tend to go to restaurants like 5 p.m., sometimes earlier, 4:45 for that big reservation.
Before
like a big rush comes in, you get a kind of an honest smell of the joint too.
Oh,
I didn't care about like bathrooms are fine, but it's more like I take and there's, thank God, this city is unbelievable.
Very clean.
Very clean. I think so.
You mean cleaner than New York?
Without
That's
a doubt.
hard to believe.
Yeah, I know, right? Those people like, oh.
So you think that overall, most restaurants are what?
I think so. I
They're-
mean, like
they're on the
I've
ball?
shot in some places too that aren't restaurants, that are joints. You know what I mean? Sandwich shops, delis. Taquerias in the back of a grocery store.
Oh yeah.
And that's like, you need like, you gotta suspend some of your standards, I guess,
Hey,
for
brother,
a minute, because you're in the joint and you're about to get joint food.
Some places, man, I don't even eat at unless they got a couple of health code violations. 'Cause I think that adds to the flavor.
Yeah, see me. I think there's a C in delicious.
Yeah, this tastes horrible. What y'all do? Clean up in here?
Right?
Well, that's
Something
the thing.
happens.
Like you say this, but I get on your socials and you're going to joints, which I love, by the way. Is that kind of like a Chicago?
It is.
A
Joints.
A joint.
Yeah, joint.
Yeah.
for sure.
Joint.
I love
The
it.
joint.
Yeah.
So you go to these random joints,
Yeah.
and some could look a little sus, as my kids
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah.
But you come out and you're eating. And by the way, I love that you're going to places that are maybe a little bit off the beaten path.
Yeah.
And owner operated.
Yeah, I got a kind of West Side series coming out. So there's a couple of them. I've been passing by it my whole life. I did a review there. I do these Sandwich Kingdom reviews. So the Sandwich King was the first show I had. Ran for 5 seasons, and I've been.
And you became the Sandwich King when you ran.
That was my point of view during Food Network Star, right? I was the sandwich guy. I was like, I'm welcome to Between the Buns with Jeff Mauro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you'd
yeah.
have this idea of what your show would look like, what it would be called, what your culinary point of view. Since I've made sandwiches my whole life professionally, I was like, nobody's claimed this shit. I'm like, I love sandwiches. I have a hell of a catalog of ideas. You could teach any form of culinary influences via a sandwich, right? Every continent, country, county. Everything's got their own version of a sandwich. So you're
What's
like,
your simple definition of a sandwich?
shit between some shit.
That's
Right,
it?
done.
So,
I don't even know, dude. Everybody's like, arguing. Like, is a hot dog a sandwich? You know, like you get into the
Oh,
semantics of it and everything. And I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
I've been doing this so long. I probably, honest to God, talked about sandwiches more than any other person. I mean, I don't know who, other than like Jimmy John's or something. Like if there's an actual guy named Jimmy John.
Yeah.
But like professionally, in normal conversation, I probably had more conversations centered around sandwiches than most people have. So I still love to talk about it. It carried me through the competition, still carries me through my brand and everything. So everybody goes out there. We're just talking about it outside. You know, it doesn't. Social media, you know, not that it's for dummies, but anybody can really create an audience without being cerebral or even that creative.
Right.
So I was like, if you can't beat them, join them. So I throw on this crown I got off Amazon years ago for a bit, and I do these Sandwich Kingdom reviews all over the world. I've done in 4 countries, and everywhere I travel, I bring this goofy thing with, and I rate the sandwich out of 6 star points, which the Chicago Star has 6 points, right? So I do 4.75 star points out of 6, right? And that's kind of, and then we have the star animation. So I did a place on the west side, like in the, it's like Montclair, Belmont Cragen, on Austin, east of Harlem, or east of Ridgeland. I forget. It's called Beefy, World's Greatest Beef. I don't know if you've ever seen these joints. Dude, and so I'm like, I call it bulletproof glass beef, right? Like you go in there.
I actually watched this one, dude.
Yeah, and they put in the thing, and it was a great beef. It was good. I know exactly who makes the beef. I know where the distributor. I'm in the beef game, so I know, and the beef was great. But I got their Z special, which was gyros, beef, American cheese, and giardiniera dipped.
Gyro meat and Italian beef
The
on the sandwich.
And it was like $14.99, right? Which is like, Jesus, you know, right? I mean, I remember when beefs were $3.49 at Johnny's or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but there's no way around it. And someone who literally wholesales Italian beef and ships it all over the country and has 70-something restaurant, customers. Beef goes up every week almost. I mean, it is what was $7 a pound 18 months ago is now $16 a pound. And that's not an exaggeration.
Jeez.
So what happens, right? You have 2 options. You either keep your customers, don't raise your price, right? Eat it.
Yeah.
Eat all the margin and probably
The profit.
all the profit. So now you're just paying the customer to keep the customer, right?
Right.
There's margarine?
I wish, man. That shit's cheap as hell still. Nobody's raised margarine prices.
What's this, margarine?
That's going to get into Margarine King.
I want to ask you why you're on American cheese, though. Are you a snob about American cheese, or you like American cheese?
I love it, dude.
Dude, me too.
I love it.
I love
What is American cheese?
It's a processed pasteurized cheese food.
That's
it's not
what I
even.
thought.
You can't
It's not
call
real,
it cheese.
right?
Right.
It's not cheese.
Right.
It's
Nothing more American than this.
It's ease.
It's hoorah,
Yeah.
right? But it is nothing melts quite like it, right? I mean, maybe like Velveeta, which is also another processed pasteurized cheese food. It's not.
Right.
I mean, Velveeta's shelf stable. At least American cheese molds.
Right.
Velveeta comes on the shelf in a block, right, in the foil. You could keep it for I don't know how long, but
Right.
fairly long considering it's it's cheese. American cheese, nothing melts like it. I think in a grilled cheese on a burger. Draped over, gooey. I think there's nothing that can replace it. On this beef, I had the choice, I think, of mozzarella.
That's the cheese I love.
But mozzarella gets lost, right? Like mozzarella, especially with gyros and Italian beef, that's why I started thinking. I was like, this is going to be just kind of lost. It's going to maybe a texture, but that's it. American cheese gets creamy and kind of like soaks in. You know how like once American cheese like melts, it like soaks into the bread under it, right? In a weird way. And then kind of marries with the juicy meat in there and kind of almost like, you know how like a cheesesteak, if you ever had like a good cheesesteak with either a whiz on there or even like American cheese and they chop it up and the cheese in the beef kind of homogenously just forms this like elixir, right? This shiny little just glistening thing. And you eat that and that's what American cheese does.
Man.
A provolone's not going to do that because it'll start seizing once it starts cooling and stuff. Cheddar falls apart usually, when it melts. But American cheese, there's a place for. But the secret to great American cheese, Hoorah is a great American
Yeah,
cheese.
we gotta like dub in the anthem over this.
Is you got to get it from the deli sliced. You got to give me a half a pound, thin but not too thin. American cheese. Stack it up. It just melts better than the pre-sliced stuff or even the
Kraft singles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's played with,
wow.
yeah. Singles
You
are
gotta
a little
step it up a
shiny
little
for
bit.
me.
Yeah.
A little too shiny. I need a dull
I
American
love that
cheese.
you are down with the American cheese. I want to get your opinion on.
Sure.
We put some a bracket
Oh, boy.
together.
Here we go. See, talking about sandwiches.
We got
I
16
love it.
sandwiches. We can give you a bracket here, so you
All
can
right, yeah,
follow
okay,
along
great.
here.
Still got to get him to do his dice impersonation.
But also,
at some
yeah.
point.
I did it for the guy in the pool, too.
Yeah.
It's
could
have,
like he looked at me, he's like,
I was thinking, man. So if you do your dice impersonation, and then you could have a platter of chopped meats and call it the dice tray.
the Andrew Dice Tray.
Andrew dice tray.
That's
on,
Andrew
man.
Dice Charcuterie. I don't know.
Come on, everybody.
Put it in. I wanted to.
All right.
I love that you're going though to, like I said, these places. You went to the West Side. You got like a West Side series coming up. Real quick, West Side, North Side, South Side sandwich. Ooh. That's putting you on the spot, but
I mean, they're so drastically different. I'm gonna give it to South just because there's some
Yeah.
I mean, I just like Rico Benny's alone, and then I still
Rico
consider
Benny's
like,
is great,
that's
man.
my
dude, I don't
go-to.
care. Like they never,
Woo!
dude. People are like, people like think it's, I don't know, at this point touristy or hack or whatever to like recommend Rico Benny's. I went, I don't know, maybe a year, 10 months ago with Joe Sasto, who's another Chicago chef. He's a Top Chef alum. And we went and had Rico Benny's. It's probably been like, I don't know, 7 years before I had it. Dude, it hits. Yeah. And again, right? The beauty in a Rico Benny's, not to go off script here, but like, right? It's that fried, pounded steak that's like oddly tender for steak, right? And I know why. They tenderize, what you have to do, they fry it, right? So you have this crisp exterior that if you like get it wrapped for the appropriate amount of time, where the crispy meat kind of hits the hot red sauce and then that gooey cheese, and you get the jardiniere, and the bread has got that pull to it, like it's that Toronto bread that's got that chewiness to it. And you take it and you get a little crisp from the exterior of the meat that still hasn't been like penetrated fully by the red sauce, and then the crunchy peppers and the gooey cheese. It's just a perfect sandwich.
I love
so I'm gonna give it to the
Benny's.
South Side
Man,
for that.
I just like hearing you describe it, man.
I know,
It
I'm
sounds
ready to
poetic and prosaic.
That's
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah,
let's
man.
get into this bracket in a minute. But first, I wanted to remind everyone to get to Tiege.com and get started with your own skincare routine. You heard Jeff talk about it. This guy is using retinol.
Yeah,
He's
I don't
got
care.
an uncomplicated approach. This stuff
Uncomplicated.
very affordable, Jeff. And you're gonna,
I
look
like
at 'em.
affordability, man. Skincare is crazy.
Would you put that on a sandwich? That serum?
A little bit,
make a-
Right.
Oh, little eyes on there.
Or some red sauce on your face.
Uncomplicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, AM, PM eye cream.
Yeah, it's high quality stuff.
A little bit of this.
You're gonna see results. So get to Tiege.com. Go use /Pat. You get some a nice little deal. Get you started. And ladies, what a gift for your men.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, some guys don't think about this all the time. So it might be nice. Get your guy started.
It's actually a shame. We should think. Mention this is a muscle. It's the largest organ on your body.
Well,
Come on, Dwayne.
I mean,
Come on,
speak for
Dwayne.
yourself, brother. Speak for yourself. But I see what you're getting at. In theory.
Yeah,
you know
well,
what I mean?
if you don't, then definitely take care of your skin. When you're a Johnny Medium, you take care of your skin.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
shh. Johnny
You got
Mediums unite.
distract them
All right.
with that smooth skin.
Oh my God! I feel this is not.
How can you be disappointed? I'm well groomed. Oh man.
All right, so we
rubbing this
seeded
into my
these.
face. I look like a newborn. I bet, right? All right, here we go. All right, I'm looking.
All right,
Do
so
you
we're
want to lead me
seated.
through this?
We got some seedings here. Why don't we start at the top? Should we go with? I guess we'll go with this 116 game right here.
All right, we got grilled cheese versus veggie. Grilled cheese is taking that one. We're gonna go GC on that.
Okay.
Plain
Grilled
American
cheese
bread.
over veggie for sure, right?
Yeah,
And
I mean,
we got a Reuben. This is an 8-9. This is a tough game here.
Reuben.
Cubano.
Well, I say Ruben because the Cubano just got deported.
They did. Right in the same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love when Reubens are perfect. I feel like it's an ethereal experience, right? When you have really good pastrami or corned beef, right? Corned beef, traditionally Reuben. Good griddled, buttered griddled, kind of slightly greasy, gooey cheese, thousand, all that stuff. I love a good Cuban, one of the greatest sandwiches on the planet, but it's
That
almost
was your
unfair.
jam, right?
See, I love a Cuban,
Yeah.
man. No?
When they're great, they're great. When they're mediocre, I could probably muscle through a mediocre Reuben with more enjoyment than I could a Cubano. If that
You ever
makes
have the
sense.
Frontera Cubano, the
at
torta?
at the airport?
At the airport?
I had it. Not
you
too
like?
long ago. I didn't give him a good score. That's all I'm going to
You
say.
did not give him a good score?
I love Rick, but it was just they were off that day.
Oh, really?
were
Yeah,
off.
that's another thing that Jeff does. He reviews food at the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Here's a sidebar. You got a great relationship with United Airlines.
Yep.
I fly United all the time.
Nice.
dude.
Thank you for your
I
service.
see Jeff here in the menu. He's got his own sandwiches
Yeah.
on the flight. He's got a burger.
What?
We got a pepperoni pizza melt right now. On up until the end of the year, and then I don't know if it's on here. I don't want to.
You got the Honey G cheeseburger.
Honey G cheeseburger.
This is for flights 1,190 miles or longer.
Yep. So it's on their
So you
bistro on
get a
board.
burger.
But the beauty of that is if you open the menu, you can see it. The menu, the bistro on board menu is on every flight and every seat back.
Can you get
in
on
the whole
any
United.
flight you want? If you just walk into O'Hare, can you say
No, but they're unbelievable. I've flown United forever. I'm as high a status as you can get.
global services? Look at this
GS
guy.
Yeah.
for years and years.
Now boarding. Active military. Hold on. Families with children under 2. 1 second. Jeff's here.
know.
Sandwich King.
Dude, it is. And once you're in, dude, you cannot lose it. Like it is.
I'm
I
1K.
fly so much that it's like I couldn't imagine not having that or having the relationship or the not even being who I am. Like you need to swear if you fly half the year, which I do. You need an allegiance to an
Definitely.
airline. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need to be like I need somebody to recognize how much I'm flying, right? Or spending, whatever. So I'm fortunate enough where all my work I have to get on a plane to make money. So I'll get on a plane whenever the hell somebody calls. So luckily they always book the airfare, but I fly so much that I've developed this relationship, and I just love United and the fact that they called and they were like, we'd love to do some
That's huge,
sandwiches,
man.
Chicago centric sandwiches with you, and I'm like, it's my whole brand. So we use all the Mauro Provisions Giardinera, the Honey G, Italian beef. It's a big project, but it's wonderful. So I get on the plane, and I see the menu, and I am like.
That's
When I was on the
cool,
cover
man.
for 3 months of the bistro on board when we launched our breakfast sandwich, and it was me holding the bagel breakfast melt or whatever, and I had a jar of my Giardinera in the hand, and I was on the cover of the bistro on board menu, which again is in every seat back of every flight, regardless if you can order it or not, or if it's over $11.90. And there's no more hemispheres, there's no more Sky Mall.
Yeah,
So
you're the guy.
you're sitting there like, let me look at this trifold menu, and I was on the cover. And listen, I've been to the Emmys. I've had many shows on network. I've performed for thousands. You know what I mean? I've done all that. I felt fame. I know what it feels like. That was like the most famous I've ever been is when I was a menu cover model on United.
Man.
Like I was like, I made it. And I'm
Yeah.
because
Everywhere.
First of all, United is, especially here in Chicago, right? It's our main hub. So it's easiest to get anywhere via United. But like to have like aunts and cousin people I haven't talked to in 20 years, like see my fotch on the cover of a menu. I was like, screw that on me. I didn't need to win it. I just need to be a
And global
plus-size
services
menu.
is no joke. As I was saying, I'm 1K.
Okay.
Which is like
See,
the
I usually
fourth
make
one,
1K by
and
June.
1K is like
Yeah.
circling at
Yeah.
the gate.
It is.
Global services, there's maybe one on your flight.
Yeah.
Sometimes none.
Man,
Yeah.
I don't know about
You got
none
the
of that.
status. Do you wear the? Do you have a crown for that?
No, I do, but they gave me a jacket. It's like a Letterman jacket. It says GS on the back.
Come on.
Yeah, with the patch. John, QB1.
So you got the Honey
All right.
G cheeseburger,
Yeah.
the breakfast melt. This is the United menu.
Yeah.
And then the in-flight menu. And you got to go up in the air to taste this stuff, right? Doesn't it like taste differently in the air? Do you
Yeah,
do the,
we do everything. We
do you
don't test
believe
it
that?
in the air.
Do you believe that?
No, it's true. Like it does. The pressurized cabin does constrict your taste buds, so you kind of account 10-15% loss of flavor essentially or spice. So you account for that in the production, you know, the recipe and the production of it. But, you know, we heat everything up in like airline ovens and everything. Yeah, we test it out. Yeah, it's great. I love it. I don't ever, like, United, I love you to death. I'll be your pal forever, you know? Even like without the business element of it, I'm proud of it. Like, it's a brand I love. And to, you know, be partners with them in business, you know, it's important.
How long have you been partners with them?
Since we launched last December 1st.
Oh, not that long.
No. We're on our third sandwich. It's pepperoni pizza melt.
Yeah.
And with our mild giardiniera on it. It's really good. It's
Giardiniera is starting to pick up around the country too, I notice.
Well,
I'm seeing that more places.
I mean, I've been hellbent for 5 years. When I started Mauro Provisions, we came out with mild, medium, and hot craft giardiniera, reformulated it from the ground up, right? Made it more colorful, more tangy, more tasty, custom blend of peppers, so you're not just getting big chunks of serrano and celery and an occasional cauliflower. It's the most colorful giardiniera on the market. And I was like, this is something I grew up eating, that I've loved my whole life, but that nobody ever really, I guess, had the balls or...
No one made neon before?
Yeah, no one's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, nobody had, I guess, I don't know, the want to make it better.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
make
mess with giardiniera?
Not really, but you know,
Should have brought some.
there's
What's the
man.
matter
You don't have any on you?
Dude, I just got back. And I usually do in the truck, but it's like a weird time. Like, you can't keep it in the car if it
In your
gets too
pocket?
hot. Yeah.
There's something out in the South that black folks used to make and called chow chow. You
Yeah,
ever heard
chow
of that?
chow. Yeah, that's like
So
a
is that
relishy
similar?
thing. Different. Chow chow's more like fine, right? It's like more salsa-ish, right? Like
Okay.
salsa meets a relish, chow chow.
Okay.
This is like chunk, you know, thicker cuts,
Yeah.
medley of vegetables and peppers, and it's fermented for 3, like it's lacto fermented as we call it, so it gives it like this layer of flavor that you don't
Yeah.
get in normal pickled peppers. Then it's dried out and then packed in oil. So what we
Yeah.
did was like reformulate it, whatever. And we started just shipping to
wish you
people
had
who
one.
wanted giardiniera in Arizona or
Yeah.
California or Florida.
Do they mess with that in New York?
It's tough. It's a tough market. We have mild just distribution out there.
Yeah, they put on their sandwich.
Yeah, there's always a, you know, New York and Chicago
Yeah,
still, I
they
feel
don't
like,
know what
very
they're
butt
doing.
heads culinary wise, but there's room for both of us.
That's a spelling bee word
Yeah,
right
exactly.
there. Giardiniera.
Well, I
If you're
usually
a
wear
Chicago
my
spelling
shirt
bee-
with the
oh, yeah?
with the phonetic spelling of it. 'Cause
Okay.
people, so that's the hardest hump we have to get over with this brand, is not only like telling people what it is, but teaching them how to say it, spell it, pronounce it, and then what to put it on, you know? So
Yeah.
it's been a 5-year journey, but it's still finally branching out. We just, we're now Whole Foods in the Midwest stores.
Okay.
And then by next week, we'll be in 176 stores in Walmarts.
Oh man.
In the Midwest. And
I was going to say Whole Foods. This
Pete's.
is really something.
Yeah,
but
we're in
you're
all
at
the
Walmart,
Jewels,
too.
Yeah.
Pete's, Fresh Time. I know. It's crazy. I know, man. I'm just trying to. I
Dude,
just don't
you
want
are
to
a
be.
busy man.
I got the band too, the Jewel Bags. Check us out on Spotify.
Yeah, you play guitar?
What? Yeah, I got a band. We got an 11-piece
man,
band
come on,
called the
man.
Jewel Bags.
Yeah.
We're like a modern version of Chicago, believe it or not.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Who's your Terry Calf?
Oh, dude, rest in peace.
Man.
Me, dude, we just learned 25 or 6 to 4. Did you ever watch the Tanglewood video
No.
of Terry? Immediately, whenever you're home,
Yeah.
Tanglewood, Chicago. I think it's 76. Terry Kath doing 25 or 6 to 4. Who was one of the
That cat
first
was
to die
awesome.
in Chicago.
Man.
Who Hendrix said was the best guitarist on the planet. By the
Yeah.
way, and if you watch this live video,
Mm-hmm.
he's wailing, dude. It's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Man.
So yeah.
Woo.
I wish. Thank you. That,
Did he
that-
take his own life? That guy?
Yeah.
No, with-
by accident, they say.
Oh.
He loved guns. He loved to play with guns. I mean, that's
From
it.
Chicago.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And people like, you meet people from like Europe. They're like, well, Chicago, Michael. They do like the Tommy gun.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, you're right. Why don't you come visit?
Come visit.
Yeah.
We'll go to Beefy's together. I'll show you Chicago.
And then I won't have to hear that stupid joke again once they tune
your
you
mouth.
up. Yeah.
I had the Crown out on North Avenue, North in Austin. You
Oh,
know?
I love that.
I had
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Crown. Dude, it was like, but people were like, love the beef. You know, I mean, it's sandwiches unite people. You know
Hey,
what I mean?
have you been hired to be a technical consultant on the Bear or anything? What's going on with that?
I auditioned for the Bear, the pilot, during COVID via a Zoom. I had an old agent that I used, you know, for commercials and stuff named Marisa Payanessa, who has
Oh, yeah.
Tony and Tina's.
I
You know
know
Marisa,
that, yeah.
okay? So she's like, I think you'd be great for this. A show about a Chicago chef. They make beef. I'm like, oh my God, that's what I love beef. So they sent me the pilot script, and I auditioned for the guy selling Jordans for a chuck roll. Carmi needed beef.
Oh, okay.
So he sold his Jordans to a guy in a tracksuit. Racist. But I read for the part. I didn't get the part. And then the show aired, and it became this thing, right? I mean, it became something way bigger than I thought it would be. And then I'm like telling my current agents and management, I'm like, can we just get me on the damn show?
Yeah.
Is Peyton still casting it?
I don't think so. No, she's not. She we still talk, yeah, but no, she would. I asked her, I'm like, try to get me on this show, please. And I tried my agents at like WME in New York and LA. I'm like, can someone get me on this show? Just be like the friendly butcher with the mustache.
Put you on because you're actually from Chicago.
I guess so, and Italian, who they don't hire.
Yeah.
Have you seen the United menu?
You fly?
Put
guy?
me on the show.
Yeah,
And that's my biggest gripe about that show is like, I love it. I do. I watch it religiously. I think it's the most honest depiction of a professional restaurant. Also close to a more somewhat accurate modern representation of the Italian-American experience. And really the only...
What's that mean?
Like a Chicago Italian-Americans really, first of all, there's a couple of us that are performing on television or whatever, that are actors or can act or comedians. It's a small group of people, not like New York Italians, right? But they don't hire most. It's either coastal actors playing Italians, playing Chicagoans, and it's such like a
that was
a
my
subculture,
That was
what?
I only saw the pilot episode of The Bear, and I saw this woman, good actors, whatever. I said, that's New York. She's a New York.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you would think there's a great enough pool of talent here.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even I almost rather have Chicagoans with real accents.
Thank you.
Playing these people, just a couple of them.
Yeah.
There are some on there. You guys got from Mr. Beef. You have actual people. Chris Wojtowski, who's from here, who does a great job as Sugar's husband, the brother-in-law, whatever, the nerdy kind of guy. So he's local. So shout out to them and everything. But I was just like, let's just I don't even care, dude. I don't need an arc. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but season
cameo.
2, my sister,
man.
my sister Emily works for me. We work together, I should say. We've done our podcast for 5 years. She does all my social media. She's head of communications
cool,
for
man.
Mauro Provisions. She does everything. She was in TV forever. She was a Teamster, right? So she knows TV people. She was in productions forever as a PA and assistant to the director. She's worked on a lot of major television shows. She knew people in the Bear. So the best thing, though, the consolation, she worked her some angles, dropped off some stuff, the Chicago way. Shut down production. The union shut down the production.
I was just thinking that.
Move these trucks. So
Not till you cast this guy.
Listen, yeah,
Teamsters.
that would have been great, right?
I'm on lunch break.
I'm not saying anything though. So season 2, episode 2, Carmi gets off his shift, opens his fridge, his apartment, and whose jardinera is in the fridge.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
there you
Okay.
go.
So that was good. It was the rear label, because they don't,
Right.
most TV, you don't face it, right? You Greek it or whatever. And it was faced out, but you could definitely tell it was our jar.
Okay.
And so much so, and I guess that's how popular the jardinera's gotten, is that people were hitting me up, DMing me on Instagram, being like, dude, we saw your jardinera in the fridge, and it was just like the nutritionals and ingredients in the back.
That's cool.
So again,
Yeah.
I made it, right? The menu, in the oddest of ways, that's what I guess is the most gratifying to
Did
me.
it give you a bump in sales?
I don't know. It gave us some credibility, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And kind of join that. I would love, because what I love most about the Bear is, too, there's always a cold open or an opening to the show where it's just like a montage of Chicago in the business
some
and the
great
chef.
shots.
And it's usually playing, or like they did that Eddie Vedder song, that cover of the what was it, Roxy Music song? Save it for later. You nest the ground, you hit the ground. It's beautiful.
Oh,
and I
know
remember
that, yeah.
watching it on a United flight, and I was like, it was a little, it's like boom, just one
Little
guy.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh my God, this is getting it so right. It's so like those moments are the most authentic on the show. When they, when you got Donnie Medea and you got actual restaurant operators, legends in the business, chefs, deli people, bakers and stuff that are getting airtime on the show, and I think that's what I love so much about it. So I think you should give it another shot, just for those reasons.
Yeah.
Even though
but that's
you know,
just
not
up your
hiring my
alley.
people.
The Chicago, the food.
Okay, I'll look at it again because
That's all right.
so many people rave about it, and then that's a different description of it. So I'll look at it.
Watch that Tanglewood Terry Cash Chicago video, 25 or 6.
All
Watch
right.
that one first, though. That's your
Man,
assignment.
All right, back to the tourney.
All right, Turney. Sorry.
And this is interesting because I saw
Oh, boy.
social clip of you making a BLT too. You got a little spin on that. You do not toast the bread
No, I do not.
on a BLT. So here we have a BLT had a.
You can if you want.
Sure,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
don't believe in it. I think
That's your take.
I think it's anti-American.
What if, but you can do it if you want.
If you want.
But then after you do it, get the fuck out of country.
Self-deport.
Yeah, you got to self-deport.
Why are you here?
Well, I made
I
a
toasted
I
All right, BLT tuna melt.
BLT 100%. I am not a tuna guy. I don't like tuna. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like tuna. I like raw tuna. I like toro. I like hamachi. I like
You like sushi?
sushi all day. I like seared tuna, right? I
Okay.
like
Yeah.
tuna. I don't know. I don't do
It's
canned.
hard to
I don't
eat
do canned
tuna
tuna.
salad.
And I love anchovies. Like tin of anchovies.
Really?
Salt. I love anchovy, but like tuna to me, I just can't do it.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's
The
plus then you
anchovies
heat
are
up
like,
the
that's
tuna.
good protein, right? Isn't that like eating
be.
Hell yeah, it's great for you. It's like omega 3s and
Super
stuff.
salty though, right?
good for your
Yeah,
skin?
it's good, dude. You have a nice glass of like red wine on a Friday night at 4:00, and I open up little anchovies, maybe a little cheese, and I sit there and I start getting little beads of sweat from the salt, and I drink the wine, dude. I'm in heaven. That's it. That's all I need.
Dude, you have a lifestyle.
It's
Something,
true,
man.
You really
yeah.
do.
Just got to get it when I can, guys. I'm busy, you know.
All right, chicken salad versus a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Oh my God, this is a tough one.
Bacon,
I'm gonna go BEC. Yeah, I like a good bacon, egg, and cheese.
Same, man. I
Yeah.
like that one. That's
Yeah, that's good.
personal
Chicken
favorite.
salad's great, but it's like a luncheon food, you know. It's like
Right.
they're always eating it at like showers,
So
right?
still in the game, we got a grilled cheese, a Reuben, a BLT, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Okay.
And we've eliminated a veggie, a Cubano, a tuna melt, and a
Yep.
chicken salad. Now we got a club sandwich. This is a turkey club.
Wayne, what do you got on this game? How much you got on this right now?
couple of bucks.
Couple bucks. All right, we're going to the
I
other.
won a couple bucks last night with the Bears.
Oh, good for you.
I took them on the money line.
Huge win
Huge
last
win
night.
last night.
Yeah, man.
Huge win.
Yeah, come on.
That's a season, like that changes the season. If they
Yeah.
go to 2-3
Yep.
and you're on the road winning that game, that was
Yes.
big.
And particularly that game because that's the game that turned the season around last year playing against
Okay, yeah,
Washington.
and they
right?
won and they squeaked it out at the end. And this is
Yeah.
3. 3 is not. It's not a fluke. 3
Right.
becomes a pattern, I believe. I think
Yeah.
that's a magic number. So if we could do 4, though, this is it.
And how about that kicker? He was like not. He was on the
That was a
practice
bullet
squad.
too. That
Right.
shit was like a.
Earlier that day, he was auditioning for the Bears.
He was the
Yeah.
Food Network star.
right.
He was doing.
Yeah,
he was
man.
busking outside. He was one of the bucket boys.
Can you kick? Well, hold on.
Who I still want to hire.
Yeah,
As
you've
a
been
wake-up
talking about
call.
that for years.
Yeah,
What the bucket boys
Bucket boys, man.
in this room?
Well, you know.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
you're downtown. You're
Oh,
with
yeah.
your boys. You're in town for like a bachelor party, and like you know, $20. Come up, wake
Yeah.
up the room, and you get the guy
Oh
in
my
the room.
God,
Yeah.
that's brilliant.
The bucket, dude.
I thought like a private concert. I was like, that would get a little quick. But if you're like, you're messing with some people.
Have they had the bucket guys on the Bear? That's very Chicago.
I know, man.
I think they've had the Jesse White tumblers. I
Oh,
want to
yes.
say they have. There's a parade scene, which is obviously
Oh, okay.
quintessential.
I thought. Oh, I was.
Which I auditioned for too back in '97. Jesse White tumbler.
Really?
Yeah, just
you
as-
can tumble too. Come on, man.
I was the
Come
base
on.
though. Just for the human pyramid, I was just the guy on the bottom. You got it, motherfucker.
That'd be a great documentary. The first white Jesse White tumbler. He broke the color barrier.
Right. He put the white in Jesse White's tumbler,
It's just Jeff doing a somersault.
all creaky.
The Jeff, yeah, I see no color, just tumbling. The Jeff Mauro story, tumbling. It's a lost art form. Nobody's like going out and tumbling anymore, except
No.
Jesse White. Those guys.
Yeah,
he's
man.
got them.
Well, now what did they do on the bed? Did somebody say this sandwich tastes delicious and just flip out the door?
I think it was a little B-roll.
Okay.
I don't know. Someone correct me.
Former Secretary of State too. I love that.
Yeah, man, he was doing
Hey.
it all. Chi-Town, you got to have like 17 jobs.
Hey man, look at me. Jesus.
Look at you. You
Christ on cross. I can't stop.
what don't you do?
make money right now?
Turkey Club.
Oh well, then welcome aboard, Jeff. Welcome aboard, brother. Okay then, right this way. sir.
Do you like a turkey club?
Love a turkey club.
How about up against an egg salad sandwich?
Yeah, 100% turkey
Oh,
club.
for real?
Don't give me. I'm sorry, not to go off on a tangent here, but egg salad's on the no-no list too. I just hate the sound of egg salad. You're like, especially like coming up in the deli where
When it's just
people would
sitting
mix
there?
giant bowls and it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
it's just
yeah,
like
yeah.
a gloopy.
Wait, get in the mic and do that mouth sound one
You
more
know,
time.
they got the gloves on, even though it's like going up to their elbows in egg salad. And it's the big
Let's hear it.
stainless, and it's
You know,
That's ASMR.
that's something.
Play that on a loop.
right.
My
You wanna
medium
get-
just went to full medium, I think.
my migraine just went away. Could you put that egg salad on again? Ah. But you know something? Now that's interesting, man, because when you are intimately associated with an art form, like you with cooking, sometimes you're gonna have a different perspective. Like me as a civilian, I like it, but I don't know it in that way.
People
you know?
love it.
Just like comedy, it's like you like that person, but as a person who just is an audience, I like that guy. You know,
Like could be a comics comic or whatever,
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
audience doesn't get the same.
And you know what comics are? Broke. Again, take it from me, Jeff.
I have a aversion to too much mayo, like the mayo-based stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know, like the salads, the
Yeah,
turkey,
I agree.
chicken. I
It's
don't
too
know.
much.
Yeah,
You?
yeah.
What do you, who you got in this race? A
I mean,
club sandwich or egg salad?
I like the. Are we going to a different choice? I mean, I like the lobster roll.
That's coming up here.
Oh no, it's a
What about the Italian beef over pulled pork? Italian beef.
yeah.
Okay.
Italian beef?
And then
This is
here's
it.
lobster roll, Monte Cristo.
I don't even know what that Monte Cristo is. I mean, I know it's a book.
No, that's like a ham Swiss. Sometimes ham turkey Swiss. Sometimes Swiss and America ham turkey.
Sourdough typically.
Yeah, like in white bread, dipped in a batter, deep fried,
Good
and then
Lord.
dusted in powdered
Does that
sugar and
come
served
with
with
the
like
defibul-
raspberry jam.
Does that come with a defibrillator?
It comes with just baby wipes. Right, flushable baby wipes. Which my plumber
They put
said
that
are
on the
not
sandwich?
flushable. Don't listen. So I got the bidet.
Why is it
Okay.
called a Monte Cristo? Do you know that?
I don't know. It's a great. I should probably know this.
Yeah.
I forget. I think
Because you count the calories.
Never mind. I'll ask the Sandwich King.
Right.
he does not live anymore. He's been canceled.
Oh, come on.
No.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with lobster roll.
Well,
on
wait a
that
minute.
one.
Is this whole No King's March? Is that about you?
Oh my God! See, this has not been good for the brand. I told Bobby Flay 15 years ago. Don't tell me. Don't call me the king.
What about a lobster roll? Does that? Well, you're pretty cool about calling something a sandwich. That's a sandwich.
Yeah, it's a sandwich for sure. Lobster roll is beautiful, especially
love
when it's
lobster
like
roll.
the New England split top bun with the two edges are buttered,
Yeah.
grilled to golden.
You like it-
right? And it's just a little mayonnaise, not a ton. Maybe a little fresh chives on there, and that's it. It's a simple sandwich that you should eat when you know the lobster is like fresh and perfect.
Warm or cold?
Cold, yeah, cold. But the bread should be a little warm still from the griddle.
Do you know the history of lobster? You probably do.
There was the cockroach of the sea, and they used to feed it to prisoners
And slaves.
It's- yeah.
And they looked at it as refuse and garbage. That's why they gave it to slaves. And then, like black folks do, they doctored up, made it delicious. And then the white man said, hey, this is pretty good. Something else you won't be getting. Anywho.
This has become a delicacy.
Yeah. This tastes
I
great.
didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It was just like.
Yeah, it was refuse, right? Just
Yeah,
garbage.
yeah.
People just toss it away.
Yeah, they come
Yeah.
in I think they go in their traps.
Yeah.
You know, when they're fishing, or they pick them up and trying to get cod.
Right.
And now, God for me, lobsters.
Oh, man.
Lobster's not cheap either.
No, nothing's
Nothing's
cheap,
cheap, man.
All right, here we
Jeez.
go. This is like a grammar school matchup. Grammar school lunch here. A bologna sandwich versus a peanut butter and jelly.
I'm going bologna.
Bologna.
Come on.
Fried bologna.
You just
fried
eliminated
bologna.
PB&J
Oh yeah.
I can't.
first round.
I can't get with a choke
They had a
sandwich,
PB&J as a
It's a
2
choke
seed.
sandwich.
Yeah. Well,
You don't.
This is another ASMR. Any sandwich that makes me go like this.
Oh yeah.
You know, when it's like,
yeah,
it's always
too
here.
much. Yeah.
I mean, they can hit when they're good, but
What
I
are you
don't.
doing with the peanut butter and jelly? What
Okay,
kind of
look.
peanut butter? What kind of jelly?
Crunchy peanut butter, raspberry jam with the seeds in it, and then I do
preserves.
This is crazy. The preserves, yeah.
Spread.
This is what I do. This is my little addition. When I put it on the plate, I throw a couple barbecue potato chips on it.
On it.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Okay. You've
Yeah. You've done barbecue before? Yeah, Doritos, even like cheese and peanut butter. It's
Wow.
weird. But we all grew up eating those stupid cheese cheddar crackers with the peanut butter, remember?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Talk about They get caught in you, man. You got to have a drink handy. You got to hydrate.
You ain't kidding.
Choke
It's
on
like
that.
cement mix.
Man. And I like peanut butter. I like jelly together. You know what it's like? It's like chicken and waffles. I like chicken. I like waffles. I don't want them together.
Yeah.
I think you say
Some
like
things should just be-
Tina and Ike.
Yeah, I like Ike. I like Tina, but together they
they are not successful.
No, they
They're
did
not.
not.
They were not a successful couple.
No.
What a great reference. Relevant. All right.
Nice
Now we're in the second
and
round.
easy.
We got grilled cheese against a Reuben.
You know what? I would say if it's a Reuben-made Jewish deli style where they give you the mile high, I would say that just in the harsh and expensive life and times in which we live, get a sandwich that you can make 70 more sandwiches.
Exactly.
You know?
It's a bang for your buck.
Yeah, bang for your buck. So
I'm going with Reuben on this one.
Yeah.
I need the meat.
Yeah.
All right, Reuben, and then now we got BLT versus a bacon, egg, and cheese.
We're going BLT.
Okay.
that BLT.
What about that New York chopped cheese?
Oh yeah, chopped cheese with
what's
like the ground beef, American cheese chopped up, served on a roll. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
I almost rather have
What's it
that
called?
than a cheesesteak.
A chopped cheese.
Chopped cheese sandwich.
They call it New York.
really?
Yeah. Is that a relatively new thing, or that's been around for a
I
long
think
time?
it's been around, but obviously someone shed light on it.
Yeah.
And it's a big in the bodega culture.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
we really don't have here. So you go in there and you get, some weird ground beef.
Does it come in like a foil? Like a
Yeah,
they wrap
like
it
foil
up?
wrap. Yeah, and they unwrap and it's all like, it's like that beef and American cheese marriage, which
Oh, that
is
sounds
very
good.
successful.
You eat
in
it on the
sandwich.
run?
Yeah, probably.
In
yeah,
New
like
York,
in New York,
everything's on the run, right?
Yeah,
You know,
right.
you got to eat standing up, walking down the street.
Dripping
This
on
tastes better if you're walking down the street.
Yeah,
Did you ever meet Anthony Bourdain?
Yes, I met him once.
Yeah?
In Miami. Yeah, at a food festival. He's
How
nice
was
to
that?
me. He was very nice to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he knew who I was at the time. This is probably 11 years ago, 12 years ago. But, I was a fan and I read his books and, I was excited to meet him. I'll put it that way. But that's where it ended. It's not, I wish I had a better story. Like, we went and ripped it up and
Yeah. No, but still.
ate all day and drank all night.
Yeah.
But that would have been awesome.
I worked with a cat that went with him to Kenya,
Oh, shit.
and they participated in the ritual, this thing the Kenyans do where they bloodlet a cow, take the blood and drink it with like milk or something like that. And they did that.
Well, that's what I usually dip my egg salad into.
And then they ran a marathon?
I think they took my friend to the hospital.
Oh,
No,
Yeah,
he
you
did,
gotta have a
but
constitution
You
for
know
that.
that ritual
Yeah,
I'm talking about?
yeah. They blood out. Yeah.
I want to read
Yeah.
this because this is one of my favorite quotes about our great city, Anthony Bourdain on
It's
Chicago.
in my
Oh,
cookbook, too.
you heard this quote?
It's in the,
You love this
forward.
one?
Yeah, go ahead.
You wake up in Chicago, pull back the curtain, and you know where you are. You could be nowhere else. You are in a big, brash, muscular, broad-shouldered motherfucking city. A metropolis. Completely non-neurotic, ever-moving, big-hearted but cold-blooded machine with millions of moving parts. A beast that will, if disrespected or not taken seriously, roll over you without remorse.
That's
Is
my
also,
favorite part.
to point out frequently, one of America's last great no bullshit zones. Pomposity, pretentiousness, putting on airs of any kind, douchery, and lack of a sense of humor will not get you far in Chicago.
Man, that cat, I mean,
He nailed it.
He's brilliant, a brilliant writer, man.
Yeah.
Oh, just like in hearing you describe food and just the way it's. I love hearing somebody talk about something that they are passionate about, that they love, and they know intimately and deeply. I think that's cool, man.
Is that somebody that you...
Yeah, I mean, as far as a writer, as far as,
Yeah.
just a linguist who got stuff on paper like that,
Yeah.
that needed to, and nothing, he hit. And that was obviously it's a rough life, you know what I mean? Traveling, doing all this, being in the spotlight, probably not wanting to really be in the spotlight that much. I think I have that advantage where, not that I'm any level of Anthony Bourdain, but I relish in it. I love it, dude. I work so hard. I think everybody, if you're a comic, whatever, we all want
Yeah.
that bit of fame,
It's all
right?
an art form.
Well, just
Yeah.
he's so
Yeah.
thoughtful and unique, very, original.
Yeah.
Which I strive to be, and that's why I want to ask you: who do you think will win a turkey club versus an Italian beef?
We're gonna
We
go
get back to the sandwich tournament.
Exactly. Let's screw that beautiful quote
Anthony
about
Bourdain was all right, but listen.
roll over you. That's the best part of that quote. Though.
Yeah,
It's really,
man.
because people think this is one thing. I don't know if when I travel, spend a lot of my time on the East Coast or in living in LA. I was like, oh, you're from the Midwest, you know, oh, we're, they're like from Ohio, like, oh, we're both from the Midwest. We got a lot in common. I'm like, dude, I never identified as Midwestern until I met people from the coast, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And people take it for granted. You know, I know in the news, everything, you know, murder capital, all this shit, whatever. But like the people, like, first of all, that's what's so great about the food culture here and the restaurant culture in comics and how everybody cuts their teeth here and then leaves, right? Because this is a hard as hell place to make it. You know, and it's a hard, because you're going to have to eventually, except me, I never left, thank God. But everything's an hour and a half a plane ride away from me. But with
your own sandwich on it.
Yeah, it's my own sandwich, obviously. I will get on any plane. But, like, there's such discerning palates here, and we don't put up with bullshit. Like, if you're giving us fluff and theater and all this stuff from a restaurant standpoint, even from a comic, like, we'll see right through it and roll you over. You know? Yeah. We're not just nice Midwestern. Hey, how you doing there, guy?
No.
Hey,
it's the biggest misnomer.
Yeah.
Like, you can never underestimate.
No, I mean, we know our stuff, and we love good stuff. And if you aren't good, you're probably not going to last here in any art form or any discipline.
So much comes from here. Yep. So much contribution.
Right. Yeah. Which is, and I'm going to try to watch The Bear again. But again, The Bear or even some of these Chicago shows, when it's cast by folks on the West Coast, whatever. New York, that's good enough. You'll be all right. It's just Chicago. It's just, they won't know the difference.
Oh, it's the worst when you watch a show set in Chicago and their New York accents being used.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah. Or what's the cat in the Chicago PD, the lieutenant, whoever he is.
The guy from Sex and the City too, Steve from Sex and the City, right?
Oh, him.
Oh,
him
he's
too.
But I think I like the Scientologist.
Maybe, but he just has this rough.
Sorry,
you can tell, but he's sort of approximating some sort of city.
I'm walking here, Chicago.
Come on, man.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
and I think he left that. He left Scientology and is speaking out about it.
Okay.
What is that guy's name? You know what I'm talking about? No,
I don't know.
That's Sex and the City guy.
I like him.
I like him too. Yeah, he's great.
Super nice guy too.
He's got roots here, I think, too.
He sounds like he's like Meredith. I'm trying to run the bar. I'm a Chicago fighter, and I carry people upstairs when the place is burning. Meredith.
Is Meredith? What's her name? Right from Sex and the City.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Meredith?
That's a good impression.
Yeah, man.
I never even remotely thought about that.
Miranda, what about Brady in the bar? I'm a firefighter.
Man, you got to get on somebody's show, man. Come on, Jeff. What you doing?
Doing this podcast sponsored by Teague.
Once they see this,
no, this is all I needed.
Yeah. But no, I don't know.
I don't even know where we're at. No, but like
that dude, whoever's supposed to be trying to talk tough, and just this vague approximation of someone.
We'll get there though. But I feel like every year, I mean, the Bears been instrumental in like kind of thrusting, I think, the city in a national spotlight that it hasn't really had outside the Untouchables or Crime Story, Dennis Farina, Dennis Franz, Joe Montana, all these things. It's like this, but
Adventures in Babysitting.
I might be. I'm doing I wrote a movie that's probably close, right? That's all I'm going to say right now. But it has somebody. Hopefully, we're almost done with the attachment of somebody from here, and it'd be great.
Okay.
But my goal,
John Cusack.
No, I can't say.
I know.
But it's
Jeremy Piven.
It's about an Italian American restaurant family running a restaurant in Boca Raton, Florida. Okay. It's there's organized crime element. There's a ton of food element, right? And I wrote it with my cousin, who I told you about earlier in LA. And I think the biggest, and now that I've talked a huge game, right, about why don't they just cast all the great Italian American actors from Chicago? Like
all two of them?
Like me, Sebastian. Yeah. You have. There's not a big pool, so you understand. And then you spent so much energy. Again, we're not at production yet, but writing a script is very difficult, and it's a year-long process. And then producing, forget about it. I don't even know what that's going to be like. But casting it, you spend all this money and time. You want a great actor. Like, you can't just... No. You need somebody that tracks so you can sell the movie.
Right.
You need somebody that's going to draw an audience. You know, all this stuff. And you're like, I don't find Kyle Miranda. He's great. He was on 12 seasons. You know, he's got a built-in following. That's what everybody loves, is a built-in following now.
Man, that's
so now you either pluck from, like, Instagram and find some kid who can maybe act. That's got a vowel on the end of his name and is from Schaumburg. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you see how it can get out of your control very quickly when you have this vision, or you have, like, this dreams of, like, I'm going to make a hit movie starring... Now, if you saw that movie Nona's with...
Oh, I did see some of that. Vince
Vaughn. I thought it was great, and they legitimately, like, every actor playing
thought
Italian
that was like
definitely
Sebastian's
had roots.
Story. I was like, dude, did you audition for this? Like, this is
I'm sure they approached him.
What is this flick? What do you want to talk about?
A guy takes over a restaurant and just has the grandmas and his aunts and, like, the friends of his mom all cook. Like, they're the chefs in the restaurant making all the food.
It's based on a true story.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. It's still open.
There's something about those movies, though. They look like they're, like, made in a can, like, or a box. Like, it's just like it comes out of a box.
Again, you
like,
want one. You want two locations. You want a studio.
Yeah.
Right. You want to shoot it on a soundstage in some city that you don't care where you're at because you're in a soundstage and they give you a tax break.
Right.
So it saves on the budget and everything, and so you go shooting whatever.
Chicago,
New Orleans,
Toronto, Dublin, and Chicago
all the time, and that's even for exterior shots and stuff too. So you could see it. Then it becomes like there's less of a location, right? There's less of an environment that you feel like you're a part of when you're watching it. But again, got all this money. Do you rather pay Vince Vaughn or pay for, to close down a street for 6 days? I don't know.
You said, what did you say?
Chicanto?
Last night I watched, and this is a great seasonal movie. It's growing to become a tradition. Me and my kids, we watch Hubie Halloween.
Oh my God,
year.
with Adam Sandler,
Adam Sandler. It's on Netflix. It's funny, dude. It is ridiculous.
I gotta rewatch it.
But he's like this goofy guy. He's like, he's got a girlfriend. Like, my girlfriend lives in Canada, Ontario. Making it out. You know that whole like.
I have a girlfriend from Wisconsin that I met in the summer.
And I'm like, I got dating someone up. All right, so let's wrap this bracket up.
Yes, let's do it. People are dying to hear.
Thank you for all this time.
I love it, man. Good meeting you, man.
We got the Turkey Club.
I got my
Italian
therapist
beef.
in 2 hours. That's it. Oh,
This
be
is
good
mine.
talk today.
Turkey Club, Italian beef. You said
I said Italian beef.
Italian beef. We got the lobster roll bologna.
This is tough.
Is it?
I say lobster. Did you
Can
like?
you imagine the lobster roll?
Yeah, I'm gonna go lobster.
Feeling
roll.
like I'm gonna lose. I lost to bologna.
You ever eat the fried bologna sandwiches? Fried bologna.
I would much rather have fried bologna. We grew
I
up eating
haven't had
mortadella,
bologna.
which is Italian bologna. Same
Okay.
texture, same flavor.
When was the last time you had bologna?
I had mortadella like 2 days ago. But bologna, not for a while.
No, it's been
Yeah,
a minute
right?
for me. Yeah, it's been.
But when it's shaved and piled and like you throw it on the griddle with like a couple pieces of like white American cheese on it and let it drip down, then put it on a roll.
I think I OD'd on it as a kid,
Yeah,
and
you
I just
probably.
couldn't.
Yeah,
Didn't help my
liverwurst,
it didn't
too?
help my scare. Oh no,
liverwurst. Yeah, I haven't
Dad
had
would
that in a
have
minute.
in the,
that's another
With some
textural.
crackers or something. Oh yeah, you can't get with it.
Okay, so this side of the bracket, here's our final four.
Oh, boy.
Reuben, BLT, Italian beef, and lobster. So we got Italian beef facing off a lobster roll.
I think the final, the championship game here is going to go. This is my opinion, but I think this is right because it's a barn burner of a game. This is a nail biter. We're going to do Reuben versus the Italian beef sandwich, right?
So the BLT has been eliminated.
It has.
The BLT
It hurts me, but the East Coast power of the Reuben beat out the simplicity of the BLT. They just didn't have the ground game. They didn't shoot hoops hard.
Here's the matchup.
Yep.
The Reuben versus the Italian beef.
Oh, man.
The sandwich king.
I'm gonna say Italian beef. I mean, you just talking about flavor, delectability.
I think it embodies Reubens can be, I don't know, pedestrian in a way, right? Like you have a Reuben, you're like, this is all right, but you eat a great Reuben and it's great, but it's not as great as like a true Italian beef experience, right? When it's done right, when you wait in line for it and you eat it at a stand again on the counter and it's wrapped for 90 seconds on the way from from the register to the counter, and you unfurl it, and the peppers are everywhere, and it's like juicy, and the bread is saturated, but still the integrity is sound in it, and it's like in the beef shaved, and you take a bite, and it's like gone. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know. I'd rather have that experience. And now, obviously, I think we're all partial to this, but it's also the embodiment, I think, of the city. I'm sure Bourdain could probably, master up a quote, God rest his soul, that would, tell us why the Italian beef is so emblematic of Chicago. But, it's built on, right, hardworking, right, peasants who wanted to stretch one cut of meat for as long as humanly possible and give it a ton of flavor, hence the gravy and the au jus, right? Hence the thinness of it and the piling of it just bulks it up, gives it more, structure in volume without a ribeye on 2 pieces of bread, which nobody could afford, and it was peddled to people in these Italian neighborhoods and put on this peppers where they have these small gardens on their city lots, and they chop them up and they let them sit for a day or two, and then they pack it in oil, and you have this whole thing that you can't find anywhere else, really.
Yeah, how do you feel
now,
when you go to another city and you see this, or you see a Portillo's now? Is this something you just want to eat at home?
It's my mission. It's my mission to be not only talk about it here, talk about it on the Food Network shows, on the kitchen. Again, I left in my 20s, right, to LA, but I live in the same neighborhood I grew up in. I'm raising my son in the same neighborhood. I live 3 minutes from my mom, I've got cousins everywhere. I'm not just like, I'm a guy from Chicago, you know what I mean? And then in LA, doing the Comedy Store every Thursday, in just grinding at it. I probably could have had a different trajectory had I moved to New York or LA at the beginning of my career, but I made it a mission to stay here just because it was I had my wife, I had my share, just so many factors, but I wanted to be here.
Yeah, man.
And I think it's in that authenticity is, I don't know. I don't think we see it a lot in public people or successful artists and stuff. Again, because the pull to the coast is so great, and I'm staying hell or high water. Now, I don't know if I'm a stayer forever. If, TV's in a weird place right now and they're canceling shows left and right. And if I got an opportunity to be I wouldn't even do a late night show. You know what I mean? Because those are dying too, right? So now it's such a global world that you don't even need to move to the coast. It's crazy now, right? But as long as I stay here, do the thing, right? Be pure. And just try to be, the mouthpiece, at least from a food element, that isn't being represented on Food Network or on socials as much. I'm happy, I guess, and the money, the work will come from that. But
no doubt.
Love it. I love it too much.
I love that you're here. I love that,
Yeah, man.
We love having you here, having a voice in someone of your stature, holding a Chicago flag and traveling all over the world, talking about how great this place is and all we have to offer. And your stuff is everywhere. You got so many. I want to encourage everyone to get to Jeff's Instagram. You posting a ton of stuff there. You got some great reviews, very funny content, engaging content, original stuff, and anything else you want to plug, mention?
No, just follow my YouTube channel. That's the future. So I'm aggressively growing that, doing long format stuff, cooking videos and stuff, making all the fundamentals. We're calling it Master Builder series, where I took on a BLT, took on a roast beef sandwich. I'm doing an eggplant parm, all the classic sandwiches, just simplified, done perfect. Because again, I see these people on YouTube and Instagram slapping meat and throwing shit in a pan and making crappy stuff.
What are you watching online? People slapping meat.
You talking about my channel now? Anywho,
it's free.
I also got to get you set up here with a skincare routine, Jeff.
Yeah, right.
You will be leaving with.
I love that. Thank you guys.
To complicated goods.
What's the name of your product?
So Mauro Provisions. Of course, my sister's gonna kill me. Is gonna be like, why didn't you bring the stuff?
Yeah.
I'll send you guys some stuff. I've been running around. I was at a funeral at Notre Dame yesterday, which was. an experience. Bagpipers and everything, dude.
You
So
play
I left-
bagpipes too?
I do. Can you play that?
You do it all.
He's blowing in it. I'm like, that guy's gonna pass out on us, man.
Right.
That guy's got a hell of a lung.
Were you directing the funeral? You're like, I had to embalm someone the other day. I've been busy. I had to get somebody's
Good money. Good money in funeral homes.
No
man. They
doubt.
never go under.
No.
All right, but anyway.
Yeah.
And Dwayne, you got some stuff coming up as well. Get to Dwayne's website. You gotta check out his stuff too.
Yeah,
bro.
let me. Yeah,
funny
we're
dude.
friends for life now.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah, and we'd love to have you back, man.
I would love it.
Absolutely.
Hey, anytime.
Right
you know,
here.
I'm always close by. So yeah, go to YouTube, follow Jeff Mauro Sandwich Kingdom at Jeff Mauro on all the socials. Check out my band, the Jewel Bags, on Spotify. The
Jewel Bags.
Yeah, we're called the Jewel Bags, and the name of our Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify, it's called Shit and Hits. Is our 3-song EP with the hit song Mudslide, which is about the drink Mudslide.
Oh, okay.
Where the tag is a little bit of mud makes a whole lot of slide. You know, it's like the pool drink. You know, people the blended chocolate boozy drink. It's actually about anal. I'll let you determine that. Congratulations, Italian beef.
Busiest man.
That was one of those single
in
entendres.
showbiz.
Yeah. You ain't
Climbing up the charts.
Yeah.
All right, well, everybody else, check out Tees.com. Don't forget to use the promo code or the site there. Just go /Pat. Get yourself started on a new skincare routine. That is the end of episode 8. We got Pat Tomasulo here. I say this every episode. We got Pat Tomasulo next week. I screwed up last week.
Oh, just
but we literally do have him.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be like a running joke,
Like the
but he
Matt
never
Damon
comes.
thing on
Yeah.
Jimmy
His,
Kimmel. No,
yeah,
we
yeah.
do have Pat.
his marathon commentary is very controversial. I don't know if you follow him.
Oh,
Of course
yeah,
you do.
yeah.
Yeah, Pat's a great friend. I was just with him last week.
He's a funny,
Okay,
funny
yeah.
dude.
Man.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff. Thank you so much. Thanks,
Yeah,
Dwayne.
man.
Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for listening. Don't forget,
Appreciate you,
download,
man. Yeah,
subscribe,
yeah.
leave us a review, and we will be answering any questions you send us as well. Thanks, guys.